So I think I'm gonna use one of these little
Hopper.
Mm-hmm. To see how this works. Okay. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. All right. So we're gonna talk about a serious matter here. Okay. I'm gonna pull like 3 cards right here in the Gods and Goddesses deck. All right. Because it seems to be, we did a video on the laws or the mental illness laws in the state of Wisconsin. During COVID, they reenacted a couple of bills or acts or whatever in the name of like the 1840s or something, when they were persecuting women that were connected to God, or they were seers or oracles. This could be the same thing, I feel like, what they did to the girl Esther in that book, right? So she happened to be in a place called Mount Pleasant, and I did too. And this is a prophetic, live in a place with that name. And this is a prophetic book, okay? So I feel like they put people in this area in order to do this. I feel like their moves to move me to, or be okay with me moving towards Wisconsin, especially these family members or these karmic or these scamming family members. We're just going to call them scammers. Okay, we're going to start calling them scammers on this channel because there's nothing else to call them, okay? So these scammers that come out of society and they get buddy with judges and lawyers within the county, and then they end up trying to take inheritances from kings and princes and try to raise themselves up because of the knowledge that they've obtained over hundreds of years, to take away these things from people before they can even get them. All right. So again, there's some family members, like I said, first generation, 80s, second generation, 90s, third generations is, you know, the early 2000s. And then after 2010, then you're in the fourth generation. Okay. 2020s, we're already in the probably fifth. We're in the beginning of the fifth generation in my eyes. All right. So they're gonna try to make it sound fancy, but that's what we're looking at, because this 40 years or 400 years is really is really banking on me being the Messiah this lifetime, and there's no other Messiahs that's probably gonna come after this. All right. So when they say that Christ is gonna live forever, no court system, no body can take that away. If somebody was mentally ill, there would be something documented, and even if they have it documented these days, people can write in things in the system how they want to make it seem like this. But these are $1 million babies. You're my $1 million baby. Somebody's last name could be White, or this name could be in your family tree or in your lineage somewhere. Okay, we have Shiva the Destroyer. Okay, and then we have Pooch with no fear. Okay, and then we have Shiva the Destroyer. Okay. All right, and then we have Maui with Discovery on top of the deck. But I just want to get 4 of these, okay? So we have Achilles with confidence. So somebody is very confident right now about something that they're planning on doing or that they've done, okay? So again, like I said, with these crimes that I'm picking up on, this is like family members going behind the scenes, family members that haven't seen you in 30 years, 20 years, friends that haven't seen you since high school in this community that are gridlocked together, and they could be communicating telepathically or in physical contact with your spouse, and your spouse would not tell you about this. You could be acting totally normal around the spouse. The spouse could be actually the one that might be an alcoholic or addicted to a drug or abusive or lashing out or something like this, okay? And you're just acting normal, or you're just sitting around enjoying your time at home or taking care of children or something like this, and people want to try to say this, but it has nothing to do with you. It has something to do with a large amount of money that's coming towards someone. So again, in the future, just in case anybody wanted to know, it would be good to go ahead and put a law or an act or a bill in order for these children from these communities that are supposed to inherit lots of money or some type of position, and protect them so that these people won't be able to do this, and you will be able to cover their name or put a firmament over their name or their identity, especially if you know for a fact that these people have never been in trouble with the law. They've never been in a mental institution. They never had an STD. They've never sold drugs. They've never really probably been around any real drugs. And these people are law-abiding citizens, okay? Then you would be someone that would make a list of these children, and have them be protected, and have different type of institutions set up even in sectors if you have to put it in a certain sector. Now, I wouldn't trust the mental health or social services or anything with to do with the government based, like if you're on government assistance, which I'm not. So I guess it would take a lot of money for somebody to go into a regular therapist or some kind of institution without ever bringing the person in there personally to say that somebody's crazy. Because I thought, even when I used to call the emergency room, if one of my children had a fever, they couldn't even tell me anything. They would say, we can't say nothing because we would get a lawsuit against us. It's against the law to give you any type of advice until we see the child and examine the child. Unless we see you and we examine you. So I've never had any problems. So I've never been to a mental institution because I'm not mentally ill. But I feel like these people are trying to use information for entertainment purposes or other that people are posting online, and they're basing this off of that. These people have no gifts. They don't know anything about these people with gifts. And some of these people do have these gifts. That's why they work in these sectors. And that's why they would do something crooked like this, because they know that they're going to get some kind of payment off of these type of children. So there are already people in the system that's planted in there that operates on this level and gets payouts when people get these particular payouts. Okay. So we got Prometheus here with altruism. All right, but I didn't really shuffle that and it came out. I think it just was stuck to the table. Let's see what else. We just want one more. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of research of our own because we're a channel that researches things here, okay? So we have Kali here. All right. And then we have Kali with fear, but I really don't think that nobody's in fear around here. Okay. I feel like it's not even rebellion. It's just like, oh, okay. Oh, that's where y'all going? Okay, well, let's see. So somebody else could be in Kali energy. All right. Or these people should fear this Kali energy that's coming on. Hold on. My nose, y'all. I've been all in my nose. I'm sorry. You know what? I haven't played with these in a couple of days. Since we want to even out the mood, because all of these look very vicious. So since we want to even out the mood, because I would think that if somebody is even going on a tarot reader's channel and doing an assessment, I would think, like in that book that I'm talking about, there was about 5 men. 5 men. I feel like this woman was in a third party situation, or she was kidnapped or something. She was being held against her will with this family, is what I feel from me connecting with the book like I did. And all of these men were, for some reason, around this woman. Okay, one had a little bit of a thing for her, but there was something in there about what the guy that liked her. They were like, yeah, so what do you want to do? What do you want to do with her or whatever? She's weird or something like this. And then and then he said something like, there's some new research about like connections and telepathic communication and being psychic and being having second sight, or being a scryer or something, or just being someone that has a expansive mind, more expansive than most people. And they said, oh, do you think that I'm going to go ahead and get with her and offer her mind up for scientific study? I promise I'm not going to do that. But these men were already all talking to this woman in her home. I thought it was weird a little bit after I think about it. And this was a prophecy. It was the book, I think the play or script or whatever was written back in 1921. So 2021 would have been the anniversary, or when something like this would happen in this exact spot or in this exact space. Right. So in my earlier videos, I went outside and I described the beginning of that book. We read it together and I showed you guys the images of what my yard looks like. So I just feel like I'm the unlucky. I feel like this type of thing can happen. These type of curses or these type of activations or something can happen anywhere. But the fact that this is 100 years later, right? This was about, I think the book has something to do with Black Hawk and the Black Hawk Wars. Some of the cities and stuff are in the book that are in the same area or vicinity. But, and then some of these names like Johnson, Mr. Johnson or Dr. Johnson. So this could be something that's been carrying on alongside this family, something supernatural or deeper than what we're seeing for hundreds of years, okay? People that have this gift that I have or something. So, I guess it's a good thing with them trying to saturate it and create other people in the likeness, because they would have to go through the tarot community, and there's hundreds of thousands of tarot readers, and they would have to put all of them into a mental institution. And they would have to say, why are they massively checking for these women that aren't harming anyone, most of them, but some of them do work for these organizations as well. Because if you're going to take over like this, and it's about this much money, you're going to have people in every sector. You're going to have people in every sector when you want to deal with a person that's getting a large inheritance, that is blind or has been put under some type of mind control or some type of MK Ultra or some type of something before in their life. You're going to have neighbors that are not their neighbors that live next to them. You're going to have people planted in the police department. You're going to have people planted in the county. I knew that they were planted there because we went to go press charges against someone that was a grown man that was sleeping with a young girl and got her pregnant. And then after that, he had a visitation with this girl, and the baby came back with her lip busted and bleeding and her private parts wounded. And we made reports about this, and they still didn't do anything with the police. DCFS in Racine County did nothing. The DA's office, we even called them directly. They didn't want to do anything about pressing charges. The police wrote they wrote the boy's birthday down as like he was the same age of the girl, but he was not. And when we called the CPS program to get signed up for some type of assistance there, they had them written down as married, but they were not married. So, but the boy's mother worked at CPS too. So again, this is the kind of corruption that's going on in Racine County here, okay? Or Racine, okay? So again, I feel like this is something that somebody's using as a weapon here, all right, against someone. And so we're going to go ahead and look at these things here. So some of these families been in these communities longer or something like this, or you might even have family members that's in this community that's been there for a long time. But these are the family members that had something to do with stealing your inheritance before. And they're just getting geared up and getting everybody in place in the old town, all the way to the new town, all the way to anywhere else where you might think that you could go for solace or something like this. They're going to be everywhere, okay? So these are people that will tap your phone and do all these things to you when you're perfectly normal, but they'll call you crazy because they just want to catch you saying one thing that is off the chain so that they can share it with these people and try to get you put in or called insane. So we're going to go ahead and look at this to see what happens to these people now. So you have to go both sides now. If people are making these accusations, what happens if somebody is making these accusations and they're false, or people are doing this over and over and over again? Because, you know, this might be a breakthrough. This might be where you start. This is maybe where you go to a lawyer and see what you can do about being emancipated or something like this, okay? Because we have tribal or cultural things going on, and then we have actual things that are, you know, going on as well. So again, that's just something to think about, okay? We have supernatural things. We have all kind of things going on right now. We got slavery in real time, trafficking. Do you think that these people aren't involved with trafficking? I know a girl that trafficked children, this cosmic royal, and is involved with abducting and cloning children. And this person calls herself a certified foster parent. So I'm pretty sure in some states they have foster parents that also do this, right? Because, you know, nobody really cares about these children here that are displaced. And we have grown women that are married one day, and then behind her back, a whole family is going and saying that she's just the girlfriend. And another woman in a whole nother city or town or another state or a whole different house is the wife now. And they'll take this person to court and maybe even go through child support cases and stuff like this with this fake woman as an actor, taking an oath in court, saying that she is you using your ID, identity fraud, signing papers and documents in your name, and they'll call you crazy. The dentist office, where you get your wisdom teeth pulled, all of these people are involved in whatever this is, okay? So let's go ahead and look at this real quick. We're just going to go ahead and read, and we're going to pull when we feel the need to. So we can pull on the current energy to see who might be going through this, what could be going on with this right now, okay? I really can't stand these glasses. My D baby broke my good ones last night. She just popped it right open and this only dollar store glasses, reading glasses, but I guess I could go get another pair, but anyways, I don't really like these, but we're just gonna use them anyways, okay? So it's saying and we're just gonna take our time with this one. So guys, you know, you can fast forward or whatever, but I feel like this is gonna be more, not of a professional one because my D baby is running around in the background, but we're gonna try to dig into this a little bit because I like to come with some solutions or something here, all right? All right, not just have people in fear, but maybe a paper or a document that you could tape on your door or something, so that if these people come to your door here. I think I heard that people were doing this around the time of the census, writing letters, some type of note. Give it back to her. You're not, listen. Hey, give it to her. Right, I don't care who it is. I said give it to her. This old thing been down there in that bag for 2 years. Here. That old eraser been down there in that bag for 3 years. You just trying to start up some stuff with her and you need to cut it out. And I know why you're doing it while I'm right here on live. So again, this could be, I'm picking up the fact that somebody could have, and there's a group of women that he might have been dealing with secretly, and they could be the ones going through with this case here. They could be the ones that are going into the courthouse and claiming that his actual wife is insane so they can get all of the money from whatever it would be from a death, okay? These are some older women here. These are the women that are going to be condemned in the Bible that we've been reading about, okay? These old ones that will not be regarded here, okay? These are also, like I said, first generationers. Some of these people you haven't seen in 30 years or something. They are just the ones that hide in the background and they happen to know who you really are. So these could be mentally ill people because they know that you're adopted, but they're not worried about you or concerned about you or anything that can happen to you during these processes that the community are doing. But these people can, but they're worried about getting the money that's due to someone. So some of you could be star seeds or children that you don't know that there's like, that you are connected to people that have celebrity status or, you know, different things like this, okay? Or your real parents could have been, you know, somebody that gave you away to your grandma or something and went off to chase fame or something. And, you know, here you are, that this person spent their life with everybody else and gave to them. And then they want to give you something before they leave here so that you will have something. Now, I don't know why these people continue to do it that way. This is another question we have to ask. Why would these people continue to do it that way? Oh, I got Hangnail City over here. Okay, anyways. I should be able to go get my nails done tomorrow about dang on time. But we would have to see, why do these people keep doing it this way anyway? If they know that the people that are around them that know about this are going to just do what they're going to do anyway. I don't know why they would do that, but that's just a good question here. You know, so it can't be really that many people that it's happening to, although it can be a certain number of. It's where the vultures gather. Spiritually, okay? So you might be thinking you're getting psychic abilities, but these people are just opening you up so that they can see what to do, when to do it, and things like this, and when it's a good time to break away. And when they break away, they'll keep looking back if you're still doing something on your channel to see when do they need to then go ahead and make some kind of illegal claim for guardianship, okay? Now, these are people that you could take good care of. These are people that will call you and talk to you for hours on the phone about their problems because you're a good listener and you're somebody that is good to talk to about these things, right? Remember that, all right? But they're claiming now that you have a mental illness when you probably haven't seen these people in 5 years or 3 years or something like this, and that you just stopped hanging out with them 4 years ago and you guys were this close and you went out all the time and you partied together and you laughed, you cried together and everything. And for some reason, they have these claims here. But you don't know anything about these court gatherings. You don't know anything about them. So I think only a mentally ill person will go through some process like this without their partner or their person at home knowing. With this person wanting to be around you, still make love to you, or kiss on you or be around you or not talk to you or be in the same house with you. They don't have a problem with that. But they have these heavy claims against some of these people here. So let's go ahead and read. It's saying, what is abuse by guardians? Okay. Some of you may never know that you have these guardians, or these, another word we can use is a conservatorship. So I'm not going to sit on here and talk loud and go back and forth and say maybe somebody this. We're going to talk very directly in this video so that everybody can understand what we're doing or understand here. All right. We have judgment being called on some people here, and they don't like it very much. They're not going to be able to pull off this trick this time. This is with the Christ energy or Yeshua. I mean, people make it seem like he was just going around here kissing people, babies' feet. It was more than that. We want to make a couple of things clear here on many different levels here while we're doing this video. Now, this is just on justice.gov. I don't know this website. I've probably never been to it, or maybe I have with research, but this is the one that we're using today. And after I'm done with this video, I'll go ahead and post this on my Facebook page so that other people can pull it up if they want to look at it. Okay? So we have judgment. All right. It says, while courts make efforts to ensure that guardians are trustworthy. Now, some of these guardians could have a record. They could have felonies. Or some of these people that are making these claims, they could be alcoholics. They could be drug addicts. They could be pedophiles that just want to get a hold of your children so that they can mess around with them. They could be anything like this. Okay. Mind you, you haven't been to a doctor for anybody to say anything that you need a guardian. So I hope that if anybody has a guardianship on me or a conservatorship, I want to see the proof. I want to see the proof of when you had me. Because the only time I've ever been in a hospital was for a sleep study test to check out to see if I had narcolepsy. And they found out that I did. So, you know, that's the only other prescription that I've ever been on for a long term is the medicine for that. And I've taken a break. But I am having, because when you're in this situation, I'm having a problem with doctors wanting to fill my prescription. They don't want Jesus in their town or the Christ in their town or somebody with that energy or that consciousness telling these people what they've been doing wrong. They want you to go somewhere else and talk about that. But God puts people where God's put them. They didn't think about that when they tried to move somebody to a certain location and drop them off there. Did they? No, they thought about the fact that they were going to implement those new laws again during COVID so they can start. What did I say back then? You can go back to the video. So they can start going after these mothers that are readers and seers and things like this. Okay. And if we didn't start talking about this really how it is and stop using these key words, because some of us are in a land where the people don't speak our language. Some of these tarot readers are closer to your house than you think. You see? It's one big scam. It's a big heist. Okay? So, yeah, have taken advantage of people in their care. Okay? The mistreatment can be financial. Okay? We got night in the reverse. Something about night visits or something like this in reverse. 18. I'm here 18 months. Okay. Somebody could have had night care. Somebody could have been sending some night care towards you, but that may have stopped. Let me see. I want to pull something on this one immediately. Judgment is being called here. And again, these people have ways of having these tarot readers say certain things that strike you a certain way. It's just like anybody, like a snake oil salesman or somebody at your church. I want you to come to church with healing. I was talking to my pastor about this, blah, 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 blah. And then you go there and then something, miracle happens. Somebody get up out of a wheelchair and start walking around and everybody's fooled. You know, it's this kind of energy here, okay? These are people that go to churches like that. And they actually believe that these people are healing people. Okay? Yeah. So we have a visit here in the reverse. She just hit it on that thing a little bit. All right? So we have a night visit in reverse here, okay? Somebody could have been doing something to somebody's womb recently, okay? And so somebody might be trying to cut off galactic night visits because they want you to be trapped with something that doesn't belong to you. All right? We have reconciliation here. Okay? And it seems like it's at night. I mean, or it seems like it's in reverse here. And then it seems like we have scholar here. So somebody is maybe not a, somebody is maybe not a scholar here. There could be an older gentleman that's not a scholar. Maybe this person only knows like abuse or something. So 18 years night energy. Something about night, a visit at night, reconciliation, no visits at night, okay, by a doctor or whatever this is, no reconciliation. And then we have a scholar is in reverse with night, okay? And that's under no fear, okay? And then we have Shiva the Destroyer. Okay, a Page of Wands energy. So this Shiva energy could be a Page of Wands energy here. Let's see. It says taking advantage of people in their care. The mistreatment could be financial, physical, emotional, psychological, or any type of abuse of an older person or a person with a disability. Okay. No more parties in LA. Somebody is saying that. Please, baby. I don't know if one of you live in LA or something like this. All right. We have the Page of Wands here. A rider. There's one rider going towards someone here. In the daytime. Stop yelling. Stop. Okay, a Page of Wands. This could be a young person or a young person, a boy or a child here. We have a Page of Wands here in the upright. I mean, the grief and sorrow. So there could be grief and sorrow from something that happened to a little boy here. Somebody could have been a night rider. Well, not anymore. Okay, somebody's not a night rider anymore. Okay, and then we have something about a camera here. Okay, and it seems like it's in reverse. Reminiscing, keepsake, something like this, making memories. So something is not maybe that, okay, because it wanted to come out in reverse. And then we have the Eight of Wands here. Looks like somebody want to put somebody in some type of jail cell or something. Somebody could be trying to imprison their child here. Okay, this could be a child or something. And then we have not today. Okay, somebody's not gonna be doing that. Nobody's dealing with that today. All right, somebody's still angry about something. And we have a child here. Somebody could be, like I told you, this is still coming up. The same thing we just talked about, the same thing in the book, the same energy that's around here. Okay. This could be this whole Johnson and Johnson energy or something like this, okay? Aubrey, wait, walk away from her. Don't even deal with her. Please, just move around. Just go somewhere else. All right, so we have judgment is here. There's no death for somebody. They want this person, they feel like somebody's making a ruckus here. They don't want this person doing this around here. We have birds here. All right. So there's something about birds here. Love birds. Some people could be love birds here. Okay. You got love birds. All right. And then we have this energy of doctor. There could be a doctor. Okay. All right. Let's see. We have expectation in reverse. Okay. 28. Some younger person or something. Excuse me. Can you not do that before that bus open on the carpet? We got expectation in the reverse here. Somebody could have been expecting or looking out to see if on their balcony to see if somebody was going to get in trouble or arrested or taken into a mental facility. And we do have a doctor here. Okay. There could be a doctor here that's looking at a situation or a case here. All right. And then we have a snake in the reverse. Okay. This is giving me the second stick energy. So maybe I'll pull that out later on and we can look if we can find something in there. All right, but we have number 7 in reverse, or temple number 7. I'm hearing specifically in the reverse because this snake is involved with something with temple number 7. All right. So now, mind you, these attacks can be coming from this county, another county, a different county from over. It can be coming from afar. But again, it can be coming from your county or whatever this is. We're just building our own track record on this channel here, just in case somebody think that they're playing a game behind somebody's back and they're the only one that's telling the story here. It's kind of hard to give your response if somebody is doing something sneaky behind your back. So we're just going to read this here, this on justice.gov, and we're going to use this as our guidelines. So it's not like we're just, pulling something out of there, you know what. All right. So we have a tree in reverse. Stop doing that, please. We have a tree in the reverse. Okay. There may be a family tree in the reverse. We have a mountain coming out sideways, and we have a family tree in the reverse. Okay. So again, a child, somebody could have looked, I don't know, at a child as a mountainous energy, but this family tree is in the reverse. Okay. Family tree is in reverse. What is this? Some kind of wedding. I don't know if somebody tried to put a child in a wedding or a marriage. Somebody could have tried to put a child. Now, let me tell you one thing. No. These child marriages could just be in some of these situations, these child marriages I'm hearing are because of finances. They're not doing anything with these children. It's some type of financial hold. My concern is why does it seem like these children have to go through some type of embarrassment or humiliation to get something that already belongs to them? It's almost like so they can trip you into doing something else and say, we have this now, we want you to go in this direction. It's like somebody coming through awakening or directly dealing with source, and then these people giving you an opportunity to do something that doesn't fit for you or forcing you into another direction. Like it seemed like it's like 3 different sectors. You're either going to be in the streets or you're going to be in the mob or something like this, like a lower casting fruit. You're going to be somebody that's going to go into the political arena or something like this. You might be a royal, and then they see if you were going to go into royal court, or in the middle. Also, I feel like that's also celebrity status. So era, or hold on a second, because I need to say what I said. What? No, you can't play with that no more. So when we're talking about truth and error, this could be what? Don't worry about it. I'm doing a video. Stop. She want to know about every little thing the child get in trouble for. So we have truth and error. So error could have been trying to get people to go one direction, to be like in some type of industry or something like this. Okay. So that's another thing about the Gnostics, the Nag Hammadi. Yeah, the Nag Hammadi, the Book of Truth. This could be what this is. Somebody is like a dancing Christ, or someone for like the entertainment industry. You might have like a storytelling Christ or something. And then you might have, I feel like there's only one Christ, but I don't know how to explain. We're not here for that. Okay. So we have misfortune. So somebody could have been successful. Somebody's parents could have been successful with doing this secretly before to you. Excuse me, my voice. Or these could be people that's not your parents. They just know about this money and they're claiming as they're your parents. Like Jesus said, that is not my mother and my brother. If it were my mother and brother, they would do what God does or what I do. Okay. And we have prison in reverse here. Okay. So prison, somebody is not going to prison here. Now, I don't know. I feel like it's a bittersweet thing here, because somebody could be your twin flame. I don't know. Because I'm hearing these knights is doing something, but I'm also getting knight energy, like a watcher, like a knight, like a knight in shining armor energy. Yeah. There's no misfortune here. There's no prison. The good thing is somebody is going to get something, this widow. The bad thing is you might find out that your person or your person died. I really feel like some of this has to do with like a secret service or something. But why put through somebody through this type of trauma or this type of activity and then maybe even have them be looked at weird or something like this instead of just consoling these people or having a group where if you're this type of person, you go through this type of thing, they just remove you immediately or sooner than later, where people not getting mad about what you're saying. They're not listening to you and wondering if you know more information. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just a better way to do a lot of things that people is doing. You know, it just makes me wonder sometimes. It really does. It makes me wonder what is doing this. Not even who. Like what? Okay? So let's keep moving. All right? So again, it says here, these could be perfect strangers that look you up on some type of rap sheet or something. Literally. On a rap sheet or something like this. Okay? All right? And they just already know. So it's saying that, let me make sure she's not messing with something in here. Hold on 1 second. Y'all. Okay, it seems like she just eat her food. But I think her mom about to come. Her mom coming back early anyways. I didn't want to act too happy. I didn't want to act too happy when I heard it. Apologies. All right. Oh, that's tart. All right, so let's see what else is big going on. Okay. Of an older person. Now, these older people could be old blood energies here. These could be people that are just older in spirit. We'll say that. So we don't sound crazy by calling people like saying that somebody is a vampire or something. We're going to use, but to me, vampire or cannibals are people that use this type of thing right here. Guardianship, conservatorships to steal from their family members. Okay. Gifts that are maybe tribally, they come in. Maybe this could even be Native Americans helping some of these family members do this. And when you hit a certain milestone, they know where their little engines could have went. Okay. When we're talking about the what are they called? The foundlings or something like this, that they were supposedly allegedly sending these children around from town to town back in the 1800s, early 1900s. And if people could just come to the train station, just pick some children up and just take them home and then, put them to work or add them to the family or whatever they would do. Okay. So this was allegedly what they were doing. And that's how a lot of people didn't know who their parents was and things like this and whatever. So, somebody they could have been doing this in the 80s as well, but it would be in a more discreet way. It wouldn't be so inhumane looking, like down on a prairie or nothing. Like, when people had a prairie and it went from us being in tribes or, certain tribes was in this whole particular land or something. And then it went from that to, families being, what do you call it? It went from that to large families, extended families, like the cousins and aunties and everybody buying a house on this plot of land. And then it went from that to, maybe just a whole family and then their immediate family and their children and grandchildren to, the children going off to school far away and having to walk a long distance to go to school and everything like this. And then they say, I'm not growing up like this, or I'm not going to be living this far away from town. I want to be in the city and, get into things that's going on in the city. Right. And then it end up, two lonely people down on the range, and in so-called black communities, a lot of us don't like to let motherfuckers live with us anyway. It's the worst thing ever. Maybe even when you get somebody to come visit for a couple days. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just being for real. Sometimes it's like that. You love them. You want them to be there. Or if it's your mom or your sister or something like this. But, we're not like other cultures that are okay with, like, a lot of Hispanics that I know when I was growing up. They all lived in one house, like 10 people or something. I don't know how they did it, but they lived in one house, and then you could slowly see them like get a new car, a fancy car or something, and then they'll start branching off, and that person don't come by there no more because they done got a new car, apartment, whatever they got and everything, and they able to got out on their own. But while they was in there, all 10 people alone, they was hustling, going to work every day, just doing whatever like this, all just paying their little portion of the rent, and then bam, in a couple weeks, months, a year or something, everybody, gone. So but a lot of times I feel like with my grandma's house, I witnessed the little part of this because I have an uncle and an aunt that I've never seen them, not never leave the house, but they stayed at my grandma's house from when I was a little kid all the way, until now or until they passed away. So I've seen a family dynamic. Like I grew up with a family dynamic right like that. And that everybody went to grandma's house or whatever, okay, to go say hi or, oh, let me go sit with my cousins real quick or something like this, okay? So I grew up with a place like that, but a lot of most black people, they don't like that. When you branch off, now when you branch off and leave the house, it'd be a lot if somebody got to come live with you or something. It usually be some quarreling or something like this, or it can't last that long, or some gossiping and shit get ugly. You know what I'm saying. Okay, so I always gotta throw a little story time in there. Okay, I do. And for me, because I had all girls, okay, it was like that with anybody. I don't care who it was. I was always a little bit like timid about somebody, a male coming to spend a night. I don't care who it was. I was always timid about it. And I feel like it could have been that subconscious, that spiritual something that people come with attachments. I didn't even know what attachments was back then, but people could have came with attachments on them that could lead people to do weird things. And now I know that now, but back then it was just something I did not like. I'm providing a place for my children. I'd rather not have a mask. If men are coming in town, they might want to go to a man's or somebody else's house and spend the night. The women can all stay here, but the men, maybe not. But now that I'm thinking about it, women can have attachments too. So we just gonna go ahead and keep it like that. So some hands don't have eyes no more. Somebody's handmaids has lost their eyeballs. Maybe they did something wrong to somebody, okay? Maybe they did something wrong or they made false claims against someone, okay? Some people could have been watching you and they could have been just jealous or something. So somebody can't get mad at you. You get mad at them bitches. And you should have, hired some righteous ones or something like this, okay? You should have hired some like that or whatever. Yeah, they blocked a letter from some coming to somebody's handmaids or their tarot reader, their favorite tarot reader that they use or whatever this is, okay? And they blocked a gift, okay? So some tarot readers are somebody's hands or their workers, or this be like Jesus' disciples. This could be like somebody's manager. Somebody could have had a somebody could have been like a person that had I don't know, a lawyer or something that they said, if I ever die, I don't want nobody else to know because I know what they're gonna do. But you my lawyer and I've been knowing you for 30 years. You handle all my stuff. I think that I would like for you to go to this child's house. I know where it is. Here's the address. And I want you to personally deliver this to her. And somebody could have not done it. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. It could have been somebody's last will. I'm seeing somebody laying in a hospital bed. Somebody could have been laying in a hospital bed and handed something to somebody. Yeah. Okay. And then we have a young woman. This could be a young woman that wanted to give you this, or this could be a younger woman, or you could have been young when you were supposed to get this gift and when you were supposed to get this letter, but somebody didn't give it to you. A handler, or this could be, oh, I didn't even think about that. This could be a handler. They say celebrities have these people to keep them in check. But this could be your grandmother could be a handler. Your best friend could have been a handler. Your spouse could have been a handler. They have their eyes open in a different way. So I'm hearing somebody saying they don't know no other thing to do. This song, they don't know what else to do. The only thing they know what to do. So the only thing these people know what to do when you start tapping fully in is to activate these people, these codes here, to have people, monitor you or try to start putting dirt on you or something like this. Okay. So yeah, these could be handlers here. People that have been in your life for a long time. Some of these handlers could have put their hands on you. Okay. If these people are probed or asked questions, something might come out about what they did to you. So if you're opening up and you're starting to remember things, or you're starting to come back to, right? Somebody could be concerned about what is going back on in that brain. Do she remember what I did to her? Do he remember what I did to him when he was little? Oh no, we got to get rid of this person. Something like this. I remember when I'm gonna always use this as an example because it's the first time I seen it happen in Hollywood, and I think it's important to associate the two. There was on a red carpet or something, and Mr. West's supposed friend was on the red carpet, and he was like, "Yeah, he's doing everything. He's doing good. He's starting to remember and everything like this." And it was after he said that he felt like people was touching in his brain. So, I don't know. I feel like there is definitely a connection between some people and some people, and I feel like maybe people don't like somebody because they don't know when you don't know when you getting out of hand, because what the fuck is getting out of hand? And these people could then take and put the hot coal up to somebody else's lip. You understand? And punish them or make them walk the fire because they can't touch you or something like this. Okay? Well, if that's the truth, then shit. Let's get this thing together and get me where I need to get so that we can make sure that they can't touch nobody no more. That's the way. That's my thinking. Like something like this. Okay? Somebody didn't want to give somebody their flowers here. Yeah, somebody is not your friend. They were supposed to give this to you. This could be a really good friend. This could be my best friend. Like, I only have one. Named Alberon. Right? But then I'm hearing Wendy Williams saying best friend in my head. Remember how she used to say that celebrities was her best friend in her head? Maybe again, this is what we're talking about here. Because I feel like somebody wants somebody to be the new gossiper or hip hop something or something, but that's not my forte. It's not. We're doing this for a season and for a reason. Okay? So we have something about some money in reverse. This friend didn't give you your money. Okay? This friend didn't give you some money that was supposed to be coming to you. All right? They didn't give you your gift. They didn't give you the letter or letters that somebody wrote to you. And they didn't give you your money. When you were a younger woman here, this could have been when you were 17 or something like this, they were supposed to do this to you. Okay? When you was 21, I'm even hearing 28, 38. Somebody could have been 38 and somebody didn't give this to you. Okay? All right, so let's see what else. All right? So let's see. But I am picking up that a community of people gang beat somebody. Some women beat somebody up, a man or something. The Five of Wands was on the top of the deck when we started. Yeah, black magic. I'm hearing that's what happened. Some group of women. This could also be something that happened to a group of women that was connected to somebody. Last night we saw the 3 lanterns with the X on it, trying to figure out which way to go. And maybe some people won't have to run. Maybe this is something here, I don't know, where you're going to be able to have friends again. Maybe you thought you was never going to be able to associate with people again, or nobody knows what your struggle is. I don't think it's too many people, but there could be a couple of people that went through this before. Okay, these could be 10-year cycles. Or your girls could have just been waiting for you to go through this so you can go ahead and go party. This might be Cookie Lyons and her sisters going to Miami. You know what I'm saying? After the divorce. Okay? Could be something like this. Okay? But I feel like somebody could have this vision, we'll just say this vision, somebody ended somebody so they can have a hold of the vineyard. Somebody might like purple. But this is somebody that pierced you when you was little, so you can't see this person going on with that label. So this might be some Daenerys energy where she's like, free them all. You know what I'm saying? Something like this. All right? I don't know. So it says of an older person or a person with a disability, guardians may also neglect the people for whom they have a responsibility to provide care. These perpetrators of abuse can be anyone serving as a guardian, okay, family member, trusted others, nonprofits, professional guardians, and agencies, okay? Now, this is making me think about my house. This is making me think about a certain house. A crone of swords, this could be an older person actually doing this to somebody. That's what I was picking up on, though, y'all. That these are some older women or older people. My nose, what the? This is some older people doing this to somebody. It. Okay, what I'm saying is older person. These could be elders. Like I said, you could be of old world blood or old world energy. You could be reincarnate, a god or something here. And then again, this. And then ability. It's like somebody's dissing somebody. Disab. Bill. Something about a bill. Litty. Litty. Okay. It says perpetrators of abuse. These perpetrators of abuse. What is this? Oh, of course. This page can't be found. Okay. I thought that was going to be the best part of this thing. Yeah, it's not found. Okay. That's fine. We'll try to find something like that later on. There is currently limited information on the number of guardianship cases involving abuse. The U.S. Senate Special Committee of Aging, okay, and the U.S. Government Accountability Office, okay, have highlighted the problem and cited wait, anecdotal, yeah, anecdotal information. The National Center of State Court has found the most reports on the problem of exploiting by guardians, lack of empirical data. I wonder what that is. Reports are of fraud or other girl, this is too much for me. Other malfeasance by guardians have most often involved financial exploitation. Okay, so this could be something, somebody trying to keep somebody stuck in a certain place for something here. Maybe they need you there so they can be close to you about this money or this something. They don't want you to go to another place and try to question this because you might get actual help there. I don't know. It says, but other types of mistreatment are also reported. Abusive acts by guardians may meet the definitions for various states and federal crimes, depending on the fact of the case. Guardians might be charged with such crimes as elder abuse, embezzlement, larceny, money laundering, theft, and neglect. For an example of how guardianship can be a vehicle a car, a vehicle for abuse, as well as remedy. See the National Care Center on Elder Abuse. Issue brief guardianship remedy versus enabler of elder abuse. To learn how to spot mistreatment by a guardian and what to do about it, see the National Center of Elder Abuse flyer. What if the guardian is not dying? What should they do? Hold on one second, guys.